Hey guys, it's Brandy again. It is Monday, May 16th, 2016. Can't remember. I think this is like the third video I've made. That sounds about right because I'm going into week 4 on Ideal Protein. So let's just quickly take an overview of how my week went. So it'll be interesting to see what my weigh-in is tomorrow. But I definitely had some struggles this week. And it kind of started last week before I made the video. There have been some very crucial people in my life that haven't been very supportive of this diet and this lifestyle change of mine, which is kind of unfortunate, but what do you do? A longtime friend of mine, I'm not going to mention her name, but we have had been friends since 6th grade. And I realized how much of a bad influence she was on me emotionally. And so I've kind of cut that tie off, and it actually feels really good. There is a part of me that is mourning a little bit, but there's more of me that's just happy to kind of be like, it's kind of over, and I hope life is well, and I hope you take care and that kind of thing, and I'm gonna move on, whatever that looks like. The other thing is I realize that it's very hard for me to be around my family members, and I'm not talking, well, my immediate family members too, but more so like my mom and my sister, my younger sister in particular. Both individuals haven't ever struggled with their weight. They can pretty much eat what they want and they stay thin. I don't have that metabolism, and so it is difficult for me. I do try to watch what I eat, and there have been comments made like, I don't know, like, don't you miss this and don't you miss that? And it's kind of like, yeah, but, I have a goal in mind, and I'm going to kind of keep going. It doesn't matter how much I miss, maybe a cookie here and there. The taste of the 15 pounds that I've lost so far tastes much better than any cookie, for one moment of satisfaction. If only I could keep that mindset all the time, that would be awesome. So, anyways, the struggles that I had, sorry guys. So, Mother's Day was last Sunday. We did go out for brunch. I did a little bit better in that. I stuck with like the salad. I didn't do dressing. I did throw some little bit of bacon pieces on there for flavoring, and that kind of stuff. So Mother's Day eating out wasn't so bad. Then I got a surprise. Let's see, Tuesday my kids wanted me to make them a zucchini bread, and I did. And usually we have 2 loaves, but I decided, well, I'm just going to take that into work and let everybody else eat on it, and I did just that, and everybody loved the zucchini bread. And I didn't have to have any, it was more satisfying for me to be able to give the gift. And so that's kind of how I've been dealing with not eating the refined sugars and things like that. Thursday, they had like a surprise potluck, which had I known we were going to have a potluck, I wouldn't have taken the zucchini bread. I would have saved that for that day. But either way, I did want to participate in the potluck, and so I ended up making myself, so I had breakfast on like a regular Ideal Protein breakfast. I ate lunch like as if I was eating my dinner. So basically I switched my lunch and my dinner. And then for dinner, I had my Ideal Protein with my family. And that was actually made it kind of easier on me in the regards that, like, usually, like, I kind of get, like, what am I going to eat? I see what everything else that my family's eating. And so sometimes that takes a little bit of stress off of me in regards to, like, having the protein meals at dinner instead. I actually might play with that. I don't know if I'll do it this week or the next week, but I definitely need to kind of see if that works better for me with my family. Mainly when I work, not so much on my days off, but definitely during my work weeks when my fiance has to cook. He's like, I mean, he does a wonderful job and he tries so hard. But either way, so I'm gonna experiment with that and I'll let you guys know how that goes. And then Saturday, Friday, oh my goodness, at work it was crazy. I got my Ideal Protein meal first thing in the morning, probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's in me, and I usually just do. I call it the green shake. I love it. It sustains me. And I just do whatever. The mango one's really good. The strawberry banana. Either way, I do some type of fruity drink mix in there of the Ideal Protein, and then I throw like tons of spinach in there. Usually it's about a handful, sometimes two, and then some ice, and it's delicious. Um, so, anyways, on Friday, had my breakfast, and sure enough, like we were so busy on the floor at the hospital, and I was just training. Um, it was just, I never got lunch, kid you not. I tried to eat and snack on something probably around um, I don't know, 10 or 11. And the only thing that I could literally get in my mouth with all the stuff that was going on was a protein bar. And so I totally missed out on all those vegetables. And then usually I have to have another snack because, mind you, I'm there for 12 hours, but ultimately I'm there for 13 because a half an hour prior and half an hour after. So for these 13 hours, like I was running on 200 calories ultimately, no fruits, no vegetables. And then by the time I got home, it's 8 o'clock at night, and I'm famished. I'm like starving, beyond starving, and I'm like shoveling all this food in, and I don't know, that's where it started. And then Saturday morning, I was just exhausted by then. I mean, just beyond exhausted. I couldn't even do anything. And I know my fiance was like, "Oh, we're supposed to texture and paint," and I'm thinking, no, it's not gonna happen. I want to just go veg on the couch and watch TV and do nothing. So I did. I actually ended up over at my mom's house, which, pros and cons to that. I didn't feel bad about not wanting or not having the energy or the desire to work on the house. Um, but the bad thing was is that with my mom, she does like to eat. I like to eat. It's kind of like a bad, but she doesn't have the metabolism issues and all of that. So we ended up going out for Chinese. I did good considering I just picked out the veggies and the meats, and I stayed away from the fried rice. I had like 2 tablespoonfuls. Oh, that was hard. I love fried rice. So um, I definitely probably should make myself my cauliflower fried rice to kind of get over that. So um, and then so that wasn't too bad. But then on Sunday we had family over and it was tamale night, and the kids wanted chocolate chip cookies, and so um, I had ended up having a cookie. It was like I made mini ones. Um, Ended up having one of those. It was chocolate chip. It was good. But was it worth it? Now that I think about it, probably not. So either way, I don't know. I may have thrown myself out of ketosis, which is unfortunate. So now I've got to get back on the wagon, and that's what I'm doing this morning. Um, I am flying solo today, and so when I say solo, kids are getting ready for school. Hubby's already, or fiance's already left for work. And I've got a list of things to do that'll keep me busy. So throughout all of this, I realized that um, number one, there are going to be people in my life that as I continue to change my lifestyle, there are going to be relationships that maybe I can no longer have. And that's okay with me. Um, if they're causing more stress and um, and just an emotional wreck for me, there's no need to have those individuals in my life. I need to figure out though how to still be able to hang out with my family, like a happy medium, without having to always be around food. Um, So I'm gonna work on that for sure. Um, the other thing is when I'm tired, if I put the TV in front of me and I start to feel alone or I'm bored, um, I need to know that it's okay just to go take a nap. Because those are my triggers. Like I want to eat. Oh gosh, I had popcorn. Oh goodness, I did. My fiance decided he was gonna buy what, like somebody was selling something. It was like those bags of popcorn, and that was on son of a gun. That was Friday night, so the popcorn was there. Yeah, Friday night. Either way, that was the no Saturday. So Friday night he bought it, and then Saturday I was like lounging on the couch like all day. I mean, I kid you not, I did not move from that couch for like all day. I I don't know, like all day. It wasn't a good thing, but I was tired. I should have just slept. But then I would have been reversed on my sleep. So I don't know. Note to self: next time that it gets crazy like that, I'm going to tell my nurse lead that hey, I like have to go sit down, at least make myself a shake. And I know better. I am pretty sure I had the stuff that I could have just sat down and made a shake. I tried so much. So, anyways, Friday was like that trigger at work, the stress. So it's funny because on my little picture here it says how to lose weight. Well, diet number one, which I'm doing, but you have to reduce stress, which that was such a stressful day. Track progress. Yeah, right. There was no time to track progress. Drink more water. I maybe got on that day like maybe 24 ounces of water in me. Good sleep. I wasn't getting very much sleep. Either way, it was a day of disaster, but I'm going to move on and move forward. Um, so will be interesting to see how this week ends up. Last week I did absolutely awesome. I thought that because I was on my menstruation that I was going to maybe lose only a pound, possibly maintain. That might actually reflect more so in this week, just because of how bad I let things go. So I let it go all the way into Saturday and Sunday, when ultimately I just should have started all over on Saturday and kind of just, do a clean slate. Like it doesn't matter, what happened on Friday happened on Friday. Move on with it. So kind of like the suck it up buttercup thing. So I just want to report off my results really quick. Um, so I was down another 4.8 pounds, which is awesome. So let's see, my total loss. So since I started, my total loss, I've lost over 13 pounds. So 13, 14, 15 pounds is where I'm at now. I initially started back on the March 23rd, and I figured out very quickly that I couldn't do this alone. So I definitely needed some type of diet. I call it a diet, but a lifestyle, or a diet that'll help me transition to a lifestyle of change. And so that's when I determined that Ideal Protein was the best for that could complement me in my efforts. And so here I am. I want to show you guys this little chart that I made. Let's see, it's always backwards. I don't know if you can see the color here. As I continue to make progress, I will shade those in. I know that's kind of like an old school way of doing it, but it just works for me. It's a visual, and I'm a very tactile, visual person. And so my next goal is to get to my 7% weight loss, in which I will weigh 241.8. This last one I only had to hit 247, and I overshot that. I went down to 245. So anyways, at 7%, I will have lost 18.2 pounds. And my gift for myself is going to be a foot massage, but we'll see. That actually sounds really good. I am looking forward to getting down to 15% weight loss, and the reason for that is I was talking to my coach about she asked me if I was being very physically active, and I told her, well, I hesitated being very physically active. I know on the floor I get easily 5 to 7 miles a day on that floor, just running and helping patients and so on and so forth. But I used to climb Badger Mountain, and I absolutely loved it. And so my goal is she's going to help me when I get to 15%, we're gonna have, my goal is that I'm gonna go a badger, probably more than once, but it'll be like my gift to myself, and I'm excited about that. I call it catching the sun, and I just go up really early before the sunrise, um, even alone. I know that sounds bad, but I don't know what it is. There's some peace that I get when I'm all alone and I hear my breath and I'm tracking along and the terrain is hard and heavy. But then when you get to the top and there's this beautiful sunrise, and it's almost like you get a little piece of heaven when you're up at the top, and um, it feels like God's looking down on you, and it's kind of like life in general. Like, there's this rough terrain, and you just kind of keep going and going and going, and there's these rocks, and there's these, steep valleys, and so on and so forth. And then when you get to the top, and you get to relax and just breathe, and then here comes this beautiful light, if you will. Anyways, sorry, you guys. It's one of my most favorite things to do. So I'm looking forward to that. That's when I get to 15% weight loss. I should probably tell you guys my total results. Let's see. Oh, she didn't. Oh, so total inches lost. I've lost 5.5 total inches since I started. So that would have been up till through week 3. So we'll see how it goes in regards to what week 4 has to offer, or how I did or didn't do. And then I'm going to stand up like I've been doing. If you've been watching the videos, you know why I'm wearing the WC Red shirt. Trying to get it to actually fit the way it should. So take a look here. Probably hard to kind of see the lighting's not very good today. There's not a lot of sunshine out, so this way, maybe. And I've got a different bra on. Kind of makes my chunkies come out. So, anyways, I got some work to do. So, alright, you guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.